Hey everybody, it's Matt here, and today I'm doing another episode of Toku Station. I have a new chair, very nice office chair, so my back doesn't feel like I've basically just been through a giant mech battle, gotten thrown on the floor, said no, and then the mech explodes. That isn't how I feel right now, so I feel great. Now, today we're going to be talking about a lot of different stories. Going to put my glasses on. I say a lot as if four is a lot. It's going to be a nice short episode, thankfully. So we're going to be talking about some interesting new Power Rangers news, also some news on Gridman, Baby Dan Dan, about the new anime that I believe we said seemed to be a thing, but then we said we would potentially cover it again if any news came out, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later. Also, some news regarding Kamen Rider 010101 and Kira Major. I don't know how to pronounce it. I haven't seen the show, so I can't do any funny little sing-along jingles with that. Also talking about, I knew there was one more thing, come on my list. Okay, something regarding more Ultra shows coming from Mill Creek. So, before we get into the episode, I hope that you all are doing well, especially during these trying times. Seriously, I really hope that you guys are okay. Tell me how you're doing down below if you're watching this on a YouTube channel, and if you're listening to this through our Podbean, then definitely you can find us on Twitter at Those Guys Radio. Seriously, want to make sure all of you are doing okay, because as someone who's in New York, things are it's a day by day thing, really. So either way, though, let's talk about the first story. Let's get pumped up here, talking about. I can't not smile looking at the name of this show. The logo, I don't know, but just the name of the show. We're talking about Power Rangers Dino Fury. So we've actually have confirmation on the newest, at least the name, and a little tiny synopsis of the newest Power Rangers show, Power Rangers Dino Fury. So I all I can hear is the oh, come on, I didn't even watch the show, but it's just ingrained in my head. I can't think of the name of the show right now. Dino Charge. Just Power Rangers in a world full of light. Anyway, so we should be moving on from me singing for the duration of the show, but we're going to be talking about the fact that yes, apparently this show that I believe we did talk about, to be fair, the footage is going to be based off of Ryu Solger, which I have not finished yet. I was enjoying it. I don't know why I dropped off it, but we're going to be getting more and more and more dinosaurs until we all die. Until the dinosaurs come back in that alternate little universe bubble that we apparently are experiencing in Antarctica. Google that; that's a real thing, apparently, quote unquote real thing. But either way, though, yes, we are going to be having a new show coming in 2020. I mean, assuming that there are no delays due to everything that's going on in the world right now, we will be having a new show coming out in 2020, Power Rangers Dino Fury, based off of Ryu Solger, and according to the Power Rangers Twitter, there's a little blurb that says, I'll do the Nickelodeon announcer voice. When an army of powerful alien beings is unleashed on Earth, threatening life as we know it, a brand new team of Power Rangers, fueled by the prehistoric power of the dinosaurs, are recruited to deal with the threat. And during all that, you should have probably heard some sound effects like "Grrr," and like just general dinosaur-y pew pews and whatnot. If they don't use that, if that isn't the voiceover for, not me, but please don't use me. Please credit me first. But if that isn't the actual synopsis used in the actual like promo trailer whatnot for Nickelodeon, I mean, I would genuinely be shocked. So, what I do like, though, is the term brand new team of Power Rangers is used. And I really enjoy the cast from Beast Morphers. I'm not saying I never want to see them again. I'd love for them to make more cameos as time goes on. But I do feel as if after 2 seasons, and also both seasons being around the same set of powers, I just would feel weird if they transition into a new set of powers. So especially when, of course, all of this Sentai footage, each and every show has different Sentai footage, but different types of fighting styles for different characters and whatnot. But I feel like over the last maybe, oh god, it's been a decade. Oh Jesus, I'm getting old. But over the last decade, when you've had situations where certain characters have shifted to other, the footage has shifted basically, but the characters have not. It's gotten weird, and I'm not saying it was never weird when I was growing up. I'm sure it was, but I didn't notice because I was a kid at the time. So now looking at it, it's a little odd, and it would be very strange if all of a sudden all of the Beast Morphers learned how to parry and just learned all these cool sword fighting techniques. So hopefully, the phrase "brand new team" is very very accurate, and we end up getting a brand new cast of characters, and maybe even some fun little cameos as well from maybe not all past teams, but at the very least it would be nice to have some type of crossover with Beast Morphers, even though that didn't obviously happen in the original Sentai. And I'm sure someone's going to say down below or something that, oh no, there was a big huge crossover, and I'm sure there was, but I'm referring to a very one-on-one intimate kind of versus crossover that I'm again imagining did not happen. So either way though, this is pretty cool. Again, they're saying it'll come out in 2021. To be fair, that is a long time away, but I think the thing that at least what I think about personally is the fact that, first of all, we're not even done with Beast Morphers Season 2 yet, and also the fact that I'm wondering how much work has to be done on Beast Morphers Season 2 for that to even come out, and if we're going to end up having a situation where both Beast Morphers Season 2 and Dino Fury are basically coming out around the same time, which might seem strange, but we're in very strange times right now. And even looking at another show right now on TV, not Power Rangers related, not Japanese superhero related, but looking at The Walking Dead, you can look at the season finale of The Walking Dead and notice that if you don't keep up with it, that the finale hasn't aired yet. And it was supposed to air about maybe a month or so back. I don't know how time works anymore during all this, but supposed to air about a month or so back. And what ended up happening is the finale has been pushed back, not because I think they had to film anything, but I believe film anything with specific actors, but I believe they just had to film some I think it was like principal shots or something like that. So basically just some shots of probably like open roads or maybe some walkers, which are the zombies in that show, and they were unable to complete it. So right now people are just sitting around wondering when the newest the finale of the newest season of The Walking Dead will come out. And of course after that, when is the new season of The Walking Dead going to come out? When are they going to film that? Because of course this still has to be filmed. As many of you know, I'm sure, that are watching this, Power Rangers is not the copy paste footage situation that it used to be, where you just had yes, of course the characters, the suits are still based off of Sentai, and of course you do also have some footage being used. I'm not saying no footage is used, but I've noticed in Beast Morphers and even in other more recent Power Rangers, in certain cases it does feel like footage is actually recreated more often than not. So that is something to think about. Does it end up being a situation where maybe we end up getting a more footage, Japanese Sentai footage heavy series because of everything that's going on, just to try to make those deadlines? It's very different than usual corporate buffoonery, where you have a situation where a deadline needs to be met no matter what, and then you come out with a really bad game. And I don't want to point at WWE 2K20, okay? I'm sure this has happened to many a different, I'm not calling any one WWE 2K20 out, but it has happened before. It will happen again, but this is not one of those cases. This is much more serious than that. So I'm hoping it'll air on Nickelodeon in 2020. I just have a feeling that it might be very very late 2021, but I think it might be very late 2021, if that. Don't want to be the downer here. I just don't want to sit here, and while I am hyped, I don't want to act like everything's got to be fine tomorrow, because we just don't know right now. So as I'm reporting this, just want to make sure that that is at least there. But either way, if any of you have anything to add to this, are you hyped for Dino Fury? How do you feel about the logo? I feel a little iffy about the logo. Just I like the dinosaur. Just the font is a little odd. Like, it just doesn't really feel like it's connected to the top Power Rangers logo, which I do enjoy. But tell me what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. Just comment down below. Find us on Twitter if you're listening to us through our Podbean at Those Guys Radio. And tell me what you think about this news and what you want to see from Power Rangers Dino Fury. And also, is this too many dinosaurs? Too many dinos, too many dinos. Is it? I don't know. I feel like we're getting a lot recently, but also that's because we're getting a lot in Japan. So, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, if it does that well, how many more dinosaurs will we be getting? Will we be getting a dinosaur animated Power Rangers series? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Tell me down below.